Welcome back once again, everyone. So let's take off to a galaxy far, far away that is actually right here but not doing what it's supposed to do. Talking about Star Trek. For a while now, Star Trek has been on a serious decline. After all the success it had over the years, all the things Star Trek related that it had, some were good, some were bad, but now it's just all a bunch of cringe nonsense. And this article lets you know that not even Star Trek in the comics is safe. Let's get into this article here from Bounding into Comics. New Star Trek comic disgusts readers with a Vulcan lecturing the crew on gender pronouns. Because God forbid it just be about Star Trek. No. The Star Trek franchise has become one of the most mocked properties on the internet in recent years. Yep, truly has. Marred with controversies because of the identity politics constantly pushed by the show, books, and comics. I mean, Star Trek Discovery seems to really be hammering that home, and everything else is just getting worse. Even Star Trek Picard, I couldn't watch the second season of that because that was just total garbage. I don't even know if I'm going to watch the third season. In a recent IDW comic, well, that alone should tell you. That alone should tell you, because IDW were the same people who decided to try and gay up G.I. Joe and then turn Transformers into Transgender Transformers. Then wonder why people are even walking away from that crap. The writers perpetuated the franchise's woke content by lecturing its readers on gender identity by using Vulcan characters as a vehicle to gaslight readers who aren't obsessing over pronouns. God forbid they do something good. The decline of Star Trek's popularity among fans began with Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery was anyone that started it, true. It had some more before that, but it's kind of what started it. Which first flaunted racial divisions with an explicit on-screen homosexual relationship before pushing even further to the bottom of the identity politics barrel when they introduced a Trill character who, despite obviously being a woman, lectured her crewmates and audience on how she wanted to be called they, them, and they wonder why people are just leaving that trash behind. People just want to see good stories about spaceships in space, Star Trek, Starfleet, all these kind of things, not all this identity politics nonsense. In novel Star Trek author behavior turned off several fans to their TNG era continuation series, with longtime Trek writer David Mack cancelling his guest of honor appearance at mid. So yeah, okay, well he didn't go because apparently Tennessee had somewhat were forcing people to weren't forcing, but you had to be vaccinated in order to show, in order to be allowed entry, because the whole COVID-19 vaccine thing, and then he had a big problem and had some thing we come out online and talk about it, and then accuse his fans and not understood the books, and when that turned people off, so he kind of shot himself in the foot there. The comics have been no refuge for Star Trek fans who want to keep current year left-wing agenda out of their science fiction reading. In 2021, IDW named embattled personality Heather Antos as the line's editor. Well, I mean, come on. Heather Antos destroys everything comic-related that she touches. Anytime the fact that they named her editor kind of stated that they didn't want anything that they were doing to survive. Honestly, it basically stated they did not want anything that they were doing to survive, because you can't have Heather Antos doing literally anything and expect it to be good. The woman is like, she's designed to destroy anything that she touches, and that's just what she does. Any comic line that she gets on goes down the toilet. Under her tenure, fans complained about how she took no care with continuity. Yeah, she does that, which was highlighted in several editorial failures in a recent issue of a Deep Space Nine comic. Again, that's what she does. The current controversy comes from the newly released Star Trek 2022 #1, which features a pre-Picard era where Benjamin Sisko returns from the Bajoran wormhole only to find that people are killing the Bajoran prophets, which needs to be stopped. The book is written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, best known for their work on Batman Beyond. They are also the two who are currently writing the two Captain America stories right now that is failing miserably, and people are just absolutely and utterly pissed about it. But no, keep giving them work, sure. In the issue, a Vulcan named Trill, was that Terrell? Yeah, probably Terrell, is speaking with an Andorian named Lily, using the plural there to reference the USS Theseus. Lily corrects Tiller, stating her cruise ships are girls. Tiller then retorts the gender binary is illogical and we both know it. Who gives a crap about that, honestly? I guess this is it here. I apologize. The gender binary, nobody cares about that. The interchange is meant to reinforce 2022's gender identity politics propaganda based on the English language, which is nonsensical in a 24th century era, as the language wouldn't be anything like it is today. And presumably, an Andorian and Vulcan would have the benefit of a universal translator, which wouldn't even likely have English-based pronouns. Yeah, but this is what a lot of people get pissed for. They don't write it like it's in the future anymore. They try to write it like it's today and act like everything that they're pushing right now, even though nobody gives a damn about it, is supposed to be what's actually going to happen, 300, 400, 500 years from now. That's exactly the problem. People people read, watch, and enjoy Star Trek because it's the future, it's the Federation, it's a world that would be what it is, something in the future that people would aspire to, not all this gender pronoun nonsense that came about, pretty much last week, and they're trying to act like it's been around forever. Moreover, if a Vulcan were trying to reinforce the logic in this speech, he wouldn't refer to an inanimate object like a ship by the term there, which despite being a plural word is a pronoun. He would instead use the word it. And this is what I am saying. If they keep going along with this they, them thing all the time, it only a matter of time until they start calling people it. Go ahead. The only reason to insert this kind of dialogue is to lecture readers on gender pronouns, making the Vulcan sound more like a current year teenage girl than a logical scientist. That's what they want. This kind of pause in the story to virtue signal identity politics is creeping into comics more often, and is yet another sign of the poorly thought out editorial oversight of Miss Antus. But as like I said before, Heather Antus destroys anything that she works on, and then people keep hiring her. She fails upwards all the time, and for some reason it seems to be all she needs to do. Who has repeatedly demonstrated she's more interested in left-wing politics than maintaining accuracy in comic franchises. But when you keep hiring people who hate what they're doing, what do you expect to get? Yeah, that's the long and short of it. But when you keep doing these things, you alienate everything that is good about Star Trek, and it doesn't stop there. They keep finding new and informative ways to just creep into everything and just wreck it completely and act like you're supposed to somehow be happy for that. Nobody is interested in this. Nobody likes it. People are saying to you quite clearly that this is not their Star Trek. Stop pushing this identity politics nonsense into everything. And when you hire hacks like Heather Antus, who destroys anything she touches, look at her track record and you will see for yourself. Anything that this woman works on goes down the drain. And not to mention, IDW Comics has become the poster child for all things identity politics related in comic books. These things have no place there. People don't want them. People are not interested, and you refuse to learn. And these are the things that continue to ruin it, and we can't get a good and decent Star Trek series, whether it be in TV, whether it be movies, whether it be in comics, whether it be in books. Nothing is safe because until we all come to the realization that this entire identity politics nonsense needs to stop. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.